10 celebrities who should become the next Queen Elizabeth. At number 10 spot, we have Adele. First of all, Adele is a fellow Londoner and shows many qualities a queen should show. Starting from humble beginnings, Adele hasn't changed who she was no matter how much fame or money she was given, which is something you can say is hard to find nowadays. In 2017, when the Grenfell Tower disaster occurred, Adele was there after to show her support for the 72 victims who lost their lives. She brought both awareness to the case and reminded others how good of a person she is. Number 9, Claire Foy. This one was a no-brainer since she literally stars as the queen in Netflix hit show, The Crown. Her performance made everyone actually believe she was Queen Elizabeth for a second until she passed the baton to Olivia Colman and Imelda Staunton. The first season of The Crown, which chronicled the queen's life from her wedding in 1947 until 1955, has re-entered Netflix's weekly global top 10 chart following the news of her death. Foy won Best Actress awards at both the Emmys and Golden Globes for playing the queen. She was speaking to BBC News while promoting her new film Women Talking, in which she stars alongside Jessie Buckley, Rooney Mara, Ben Winshaw, and Frances McDormand. Number 8, Jennifer Lawrence. The Hunger Games superstar could definitely be a runner-up for the queen. Jennifer Lawrence is not only multi-talented, but she's as genuine as can be. She really doesn't care how the public views her, but instead she is just herself and acts that way all the time. We see time and time again with Jennifer Lawrence showing her human side that we can all relate to, eating pizza and even tripping as she got her award at the Oscars. She is not shy to admit her wrongdoings and owns up to them as a queen should. At our number 7 spot, we have Beyonce. Beyonce is an icon for ladies all across the globe. She has it all, the looks and the confidence, so it's no wonder why people look up to her. Hell, I even look up to her. So it makes it seem like she would be a good queen, right? Other than being a very kind person as well, Beyonce is also known as an environmental activist, which is probably one of the greatest traits she has that could resemble a real queen's traits. I mean, her nickname is literally Queen Bee. Other than her amazing qualities as a person, Beyonce has racked up 29 MTV Music Awards and 28 Grammys, so she is no stranger to public praise. At a number 6 spot, we have Emma Watson. With another fellow English person on this list, we have the elegant Emma Watson. Everyone knows her role as Hermione in the Harry Potter series, which ultimately kickstarted her career. But did you know that she is highly intelligent as well? She has studied at both Brown and Oxford University, and trust me, those are no walks in the park. On top of that, she is also a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador and is not afraid to face public issues in the face and use her large platform to bring even more awareness. Her work has been focused on female empowerment and promoting education equality globally. During one of her speeches, she issued a massive call to social media action through her hashtag #HeForShe campaign, and her voice was enough for the whole world to know. And did you know that Emma Watson often asks her fans to donate to organizations like UNICEF instead of sending her birthday or holiday gifts? She also regularly donates items to be auctioned off at charities like Wild Trout Trust and Mission Nutrition. Just make her queen next already. At a number 5 spot, we have Meryl Streep. Best known for her roles in Sophie's Choice, The Devil Wears Prada, and Mamma Mia, Meryl Streep is one of the best actresses of the generation. In a place like Hollywood, it's really easy to be arrogant and self-loathing, but not for Meryl. She has kept true to her humble roots. Co-star Olivia Colman once said, quote, "Meryl got nothing to prove, so there's no ego. She was lovely to be around." There's also the fact that Meryl never gets caught up in any sort of unnecessary scandals, which shows a lot about her character compared to people like the Kardashians or even Lindsay Lohan. Women's rights are important to Meryl as well, as she isn't afraid to speak out when Trump was elected. Her dedication to improving the world for women has led her to speaking at many important events and being a voice for women everywhere. With all this being said, do you think she'd make a good queen? At number 4 spot, we have Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama has been an icon for young women across the country since her arrival in the White House. Apart from other first ladies, Michelle had a very strong personality and wasn't afraid to bring up issues many of us didn't want to talk about. Using her personality and her confidence, Michelle motivated, inspired, and called others to action every time she gave a speech. In a 2015 commencement speech at Tuskegee University, she reminded black students to stay strong and persevere against the odds, also talking about the harsh realities they face in America. She had a background in injustice as she was a practicing lawyer and actually worked at the Chicago City Hall for a bit. The qualities that make her most fit to be the queen, in my opinion, is how she remains to be graceful under all this sort of pressure, and also that she's completely honest. Michelle once said, quote, "We learned about honesty and integrity, that the truth matters, that you don't take shortcuts or play by your own set of rules, and success doesn't count unless you earn it fair and square." Number 3, Kate Middleton. So finally, this is a celebrity who can realistically become queen one day. Well, queen consort to be exact, because those two are very different. She's an educated woman who gained her qualifications and continued to study at university, earning a degree in the history of art. She's constantly looking to help others, and she shows that by attending events for charities and other sorts of assistance. So when Prince William finally does become king, she will officially be named Queen Catherine I. Number 2, Audrey Hepburn. No one was really as elegant as Audrey Hepburn, were they? Also from British origins, Audrey is praised as being a movie and also a fashion icon. I mean, have you seen what she looks like? Other than her looks, Audrey showed multiple traits that could lead many to believe that she would make a good queen if she was still alive today. And all the things Audrey did, acting, modeling, dancing, mothering, and charity work, she did with cool humbleness. She knew her limitations and often joked about it in public. Another trait I really appreciated from Hepburn was that she believed in the power of hard work. And imagine if the queen was open to talk about that type of stuff. Everyone would be working hard. One time Audrey said, quote, "Things aren't supposed to just fall into your lap. God is very generous, but he expects you to do your part first." And finally, Audrey has been known to help others, as she is caught saying, quote, "As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping and the other one for helping others." At our number 1 spot, we have Sylvia Plath. Plath is a defining voice in the 20th century poetry. For women poets, she was also a turning point, a new vocal role model, but purely as a poet, she is part of the tradition for the whole poetic community. Most of today's leading poets, men included, would be a lot different if she never written at all. She was brave and bold enough to put her innermost thoughts and feelings out to the world to hear and understand. She released an autobiography named The Bell Jar, which talked about mental illness, which is very highly unrecognized back in those days. And if she was queen, maybe a country would be generations ahead. Well, these are the 10 celebrities who should become the queen next. What do you guys think about this list? Leave a comment down below, like and follow this video for some more queen content. I'm your host Andrew, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.